Evening, guys. How's everybody doing? I'm back a bit late. I was hoping to show several interesting project saws. Well, I call them project saws, so it'll be interesting to see how people, what they feel when they've heard about a couple of the saws that are coming up for sale. So tonight I'm going to show the first batch from one of the later saws that just have literally done, well, did something with several years ago, but they've just been sitting. A lot of you recognise this instantly, the spectacular Husqvarna 61, iconic saw, Husqvarna 61s. Were produced in several guises, the first one being the Rancher in 78, I think. Was it 77 or 78? I'm pretty sure it's 78. I think it's 78. So, with the iconic white top, 48mm piston, 34mm stroke, and then they've had several incarnations with different ignitions, changes of the carburetor. I'm unsure about the port timing. It's not really my forte on these later ones, other than the things of beauty. The addition of a decompression valve. So they went from the white top, I think they had then the grey top, then the black. I think with the grey, I'm not sure if the black came before the grey actually. Don't know. I think it's grey, black. And then the last incarnations, and they ran up to 1997. So a real spread, nearly 20 years, 19 years. And the original ones, the Ranchers, I think they were pushing out, I don't think they were more than 3.5 horsepower. Circa 3.5, just over maybe. And the last editions, just over 4. I think they're 4.1. 4 to 4.1 horsepower. And yeah, okay. So this girl I have owned for, I'm going to say, around 5 years. And when I bought her, it came from a really nice guy. It was, as far as you could tell, all the way around, completely genuine. All the nuts and bolts, everything genuine. Just lower on compression. I checked it, had the original Mal pot and piston. I had taken off the exhaust and it was clean. I thought, okay, it's just a beautiful saw to have, just because it's just such lovely all-round condition. That was about, yeah, might be 6 years, 5 years ago, something like that. And so the interest for me at the time was I had a very interesting couple of cylinder kits from Italy. They were the 272 cylinder kits, and okay, so a lot of you know the 272 started in early 90s, runs a 52mm piston, but running the same stroke, 34mm, identical crankcases really, and so you can convert them, put the top on. Problem was with the Ranchers, clearance on the top, it fouls the top, you have to cut a hole for the plug. The grey and the black top are tight. The red top, the latest edition, not sure at the black. Be interested to know, guys, what the black top version is like as well. Red top version, okay, I'm already giving away what's been done, aren't I? So the red top version has no problems with clearance. Okay, so I had the kit, and yeah, the saw's beautiful. It had, there's a couple of additional changes as well. If you change to the 272, you need to change the nylon inlet manifold, because it has a larger surface area, more airflow through. The manifold bolts, I think, were changed. Had brand new gaskets on the manifold. Okay, basically, so a pot and piston kit with a new piston small end bearing, new circlips, new base gasket, manifold gaskets, but everything else exactly as is. And she was started, run for, I don't know, maybe at the time she was running for 2 minutes, and then hung up, and then that was it. So I pulled her out the other day, and and this is genuine. I pulled her out the other day. This saw has not run from, other than today, when I started to just put some fuel in. I thought I'll show you on camera now. She's not run for at least 5 years. Okay, and there you go. She's just been, it was a really interesting saw for me to just see what did the Italian kits convert like onto one of the later 61s, and the answer was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, what did she come with? And why is she a project saw? Really good questions. So, genuine Husqvarna scabbard, beautiful, excellent condition. I think that's a 15 or 16, 15 inch. I think it's a 15 inch. Genuine Husky bar. Excellent condition Oregon chain. I think it's sharp. Okay, so she'd never taken a disc when she was first assembled, and since I have just taken her out the box again, she's not taken a disc since. So she hasn't taken a disc in goodness knows how many years. And right, so I'll walk around the saw with you. Genuine felling spike, genuine exhaust bolts, genuine top cover, genuine mag alloy side cover, brake working, correct tank, correct carburettor, correct air filter, and all in lovely condition. Generally just unbroken, no brakes on the pull start housing, correct flywheel, ignition's not been touched, correct kill switch, etc. So really beautiful all the way around, genuine. And I thought one indulgence on it. I ended up fitting stainless steel finishing bar nuts just for, you know, cosmetics. And total running time in, again without joking, total running time then in the last 5 years is less than 10 minutes. Absolutely genuine. So I took the exhaust off just before I got back. I photographed it, photographed the other parts as well, just so everybody can see. And okay, so she's a project saw because she's not taken a disc in half a dozen years. She has a brand new Italian cylinder and piston kit, which I believe is good quality. We bought it in good quality at the time, and everything else, as far as I know, is completely genuine. Just a beautiful, beautiful 61. I think somewhere there's the original Mal cylinder set, which the original cylinder was really, really clean, tiny, but nothing. You couldn't, nothing with your thumb. Just literally, just I think just wear, and it had a tiny bit of wear on the. You'll know if any of you take the engines apart, a tiny bit of wear on the piston skirts near the transfer ports. You'll tend to see that the pistons over time they'll just fade and feather into the aluminium piston, and the piston ring complete, no damage on the piston ring, just again very healthy wear all the way around, just low compression. So if I find that, well, people have to let me know if you're interested. Maybe I can look for that. Right then, so now she is running a 52 mil piston, 34 mil stroke, so she's effectively a 272, and let's see how this girl will run. So genuinely, this is the first time she's running today after that many years. So I have no idea where the needle settings were left at the time. I remember that the factory needle settings on the 61s and the 162s, I'm sure they're different to the 272s. I think they're 1 in 1 on one of them and 1 3/4 of a turn on the high, but I don't remember which, and I don't know how this is set. But you know, she's exactly as if I pulled her out the box again. It was a brand new decompression valve, and so undoubtedly if somebody starts to run her and cut with her, she's obviously going to be bedded in, and then the needle settings are going to need setting up, and no matter how tempted I am to want to put her through a disc, it's an interesting question actually for any of you guys that build a lot more of these later engines than I do, which is, what's the breaking in for them and how long would you be running them? So this girl genuinely has had 10 minutes less. I don't think she's had 10 minutes. Whatever that was, I just added on then. I wonder if she's even had 5 minutes of running, genuinely, in all those years. Yeah, just she seems to pull over beautifully, and so can run it to a 24-inch bar, and just wood weapons. I think with this type of bar, the balance you can see, not overly heavy, around 7 kilos, 15 pounds, something like that, really manageable. Great power to weight ratio. All the AV mounts feel really, really tight. And what else is there to say about it? No, I think that's probably it. Two new nylon chain guides, which yeah, it was interesting. I wanted to try the new batch of nylon chain guides at the time, because people said they were really tight. The European nylon chain guides were too tight on some of the Husqvarna 61 chassis, and that they wouldn't fit onto the little strip of aluminium on the cases, either on the crankcase or in the brake cover. But I never found that. So it has brand new chain guides in there. Everything else is exactly as is, all original. Coil's not been off it, haven't taken the tank off it, haven't touched the AV mounts, haven't changed the fuel pipe. So this is how she came, just beautiful, beautifully clean. So hopefully an amazing saw for one of you out there. Just impeccably clean. I don't think there's any damage other than where she's been sitting on the brake cover for fueling. I don't see any damage. Oh, okay, just noticed as I'm saying, there's a tiny crack in the very top where the spark plug is there. Little crack in the plastic, rest of it's good. All original screws, all on the top cover, and it has the little plastic sleeves which guide the screwdrivers into the carburetor. Right, sure, want to restart once more. So I wouldn't bother putting throttle lock on. So I'm actually itching to put her through wood because she's just running so impeccable. But on the last few engines I've run, I tend to run them probably, particularly on my older engines, I'd run them for maybe 10 or 15 minutes at a time, building up the revs. I wouldn't cut anything for 1 to 2 weeks with them. So guys, let me know, would you take this thing straight out and then start burying it in the wood, and perhaps they need minimal bedding in, I don't know. But she feels tight, ticks over rock solid, probably a little too slow in fact, but okay, we'll excuse that because she's been in storage for 5 years. And there she is, the gorgeous Husky 61. Original clutch, don't know if I mentioned, so original clutch, and it's a spur, not a rim sprocket one. It's all just beautifully clean. hopefully guys, an amazing saw for one of you out there. Right, doesn't look it on camera probably, but it's getting black. So, hey, guys, let me know who, any of you rebuild lots of these, what the running in procedure is for some of the later engines, or whether or not they really have them. I'd love to know, because I'm so super cautious on, wow, particularly on some of my early ones, on my couple of my DD8Fs with brand new Villiers pistons in. I guess it's different tolerances, cast iron liners, just different, but I've been so cautious. But I'd love to hear what the majority are doing. Guys, stay safe.